这没啥看的，坐哪都一样。
以为这个雨林不是说很那个啥的吗？
哎呀，出来玩了，你要想多一点，不要想的太少了，知道吧？想象中什么都有，实在看不见就闭上眼睛。
So everybody, welcome aboard the Rainforest Station Army Duck Experience. My name's Shauno. Throughout the tour, we're going to look at a lot of trees, plants, maybe even a little bit of wildlife. Let's see what we can find today. Hopefully we can spot some of these beautiful butterflies. There's a few examples of some of the ones we'll see. Obviously our Ulysses and Kian's birdwings. Just some of many, hopefully we'll see today throughout the tour. No guarantees though, especially with this strong wind around, it might be a little bit difficult to spot some of them. But we'll do our best anyway. They're there, it's just hard to see. Unlike the trees, they're everywhere, obvious. Some of the trees are quite tall and skinny, now that's for a very good reason. Basically the trees in this area, they're fast growing and they're all trying to reach out and grab and absorb that sunlight as best as they can. There are a few species out here that grow very slow as well, but I'll point out those a little bit later for us. Now, in my opinion, one of the more important animals that we get out here is actually the termite. The termite's main job and duty is to break down all of that rotting vegetation that's on the forest floor. They put the nutrients back into the soil, which helps the trees stay happy and strong. Well, the trees the termites don't eat in the first place, and you'll see what I'm talking about just up in front of us. You can see what the termites have done to this poor old black wattle tree. They have completely hollowed it, gutted it from the inside. Now it isn't necessary evil though. You see, termites basically keep the rainforest extremely happy and healthy by doing so. A lot of the older trees, they're the ones that are normally targeted, depending on the wood themselves though, in saying that. Now, termites are not just important for the rainforest, they're also a big part of Australian music history. They actually helped to create asparagus, which is why the dinosaurs went extinct as well. Too much asparagus in their diet. Yeah, that's not true. What is true is the Cooper's tree ferns, they have a very, very nasty relative. We have some just here beside us. These are called Rebecca's tree ferns. Now, just to be on the safe side, do we have anybody here named Rebecca? No Rebeccas? That is good, because these Rebecca's tree ferns, like most Rebeccas that I know, are very, very toxic. They're best left alone. I'm allowed to say that. My cousin's Rebecca, she's lovely. Not all Rebeccas are bad, but if you eat this one, it'll make you very sick, very ill. It'll give you severe stomach cramps, and it can even put you in hospital. So we need to be very safe and cautious while we're out here. I said earlier not to touch the plants. Don't eat anything either, just to be on the safe side. If you get something wrong out here, chances are you can get it very wrong, end up in hospital, severely sick. So leave it to the professionals. Let's climb this hill, for real. Now you do need to be careful, you can probably see it there. All of those very sharp hooks. One direction is fine, but if you go the other way, it can actually cut your skin. Just be careful. I'll pass it around so we can all have a look at it. So you can pass it around. Look at that. Here's another piece. Do it twice as fast. Fine, so they can come in many different shapes, sizes and colours. Some can be beautiful flowering orchids, just like the buttercup orchid we have in front of us. Others though, they can look rather hideous, like a growth or a tumour on the sides of some of the trees, like the elk-horned tree fern right there beside us. So these epiphytes are not to be confused with parasites. They're not hurting the trees they live on. In fact, they kind of act more like teenagers. They live at home rent-free and they eat all of your food. It's basically what they do. My favourite out of all of these epiphytes is the king orchid. You see the flowers that those king orchids produce are beautiful, brilliant, bright white. Look at that, we have one king orchid right there beside us. So if I had to pick something negative about the king orchid, it would also be those flowers. You see, they only flower once every 2 to 3 years. And I hate to say it, guys, unfortunately they were flowering about 6 months ago now. So you just missed out. Come back in another 2.5 years though. You'll see them flowering then. Alrighty guys, are we ready? We'll go down this hill. It is a little steep, so please make sure you're holding on nice and tight to your cameras, bags, or loved ones beside you. Ma'am, for you can hold on to the pole if you need to. You should be right though. It's not that steep, guys. We just don't want anything to fall onto the ground, basically get broken or damaged. Let's do it. Okay, everyone, we have a very important choice. Which way do we go?
Water.
Right.
Are you crazy? Normally the hill is very safe. It's very dry. A little bit boring. But water is very dangerous. Can everybody here swim?
Yeah, we can.
You can?
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh, it's
That's
good.
why we're going up the hill, yeah?
It's perfect.
No!
You like danger.
几分？
If I can reach it. Alright, there we go. I've got it. We all know what this is. Yeah?
Yeah.
This is mine. So leave it alone because I can't swim, remember? And then we'll be safe. Alright. So what? Yeah? Here we go. Okay, let's do it.
这家伙气温都被吊出来了，气温被吊出来了。
因为前头挖橡要弄的是。
你肯定这个，肯定会有，不然我叫啥叫水。
Okay, there we go. We're in the water.
Okay.
You want to go more?
More.
You guys are crazy. My goodness. No, we've got to take a very, very cheesy theme park photo. We have a camera right beside us. So, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, thumbs up, big wave, big smile. Let's all pretend we're having a good time.
要退了。要撤起来，一看就讲了。
还有可能。
真的伊就不是搿种感
Thrust
觉。
or propulsion. So, guys, who wanted to go into the water? Remember, I can't swim, so can they hop out and give me a push? No, I need the life jacket because I can't swim. I said I can't push them because I'm not touching the ground, I'm floating. Hang on, I've got one more thing to try. Alright. It's not working either, guys, it's not very good. How about I engage the propeller? How's that? There we go, that's better. Grow back and they don't heal. So they really take a lot of precautions and not to fly in these sorts of conditions where they could end up causing themselves some damage. After all, butterflies only last a couple of weeks anyway, so not a long lifespan once they're a butterfly. In fact, they can spend longer, much longer as a caterpillar. And oddly enough, depending on the caterpillar or the butterfly species, they can actually spend longer inside the cocoon. In fact, they can actually hibernate there for a number of years. Some of the species we get here, like one of the Hercules moths, one of the largest moths in the world. We have a few of them around the platform. Off we go, and they get to about that big. It's a huge moth. But I did just see Ulysses over here somewhere, so keep your eyes peeled. You see that? It is just behind the concrete pillars there, guys, unfortunately. Every now and then it pops up a little bit, you can see it. You might just catch a few glimpses of it, but hopefully it comes up a bit higher, we can get a nice view. Beautiful, isn't it? I know it's a female because the males are normally about the size of your little fingernail. They're very small and tiny. So this is still very young. They get a lot bigger than that.
满山都是。
Tastes like chicken. I don't know. I just made that up. Now we do get a lot of these beautiful butterflies because of these trees here. These are known as corkwood. They are the host tree for the Ulysses. They're also good for humans because we get a lot of medicine from those leaves. Medicine like heart medication, eye drops, even seasickness pills.
开玩笑，得开玩笑。
Okay, everybody, so holding on, we will... So the top speed for the Army Duck on the land was 85 kilometres an hour. We were in such a large, heavy vehicle, they could really go along, move fast when they wanted to. Now they were designed to carry a lot of weight as well, just over 2.5 tonnes of either troops or supplies, both on the land and the water. Now the speed was lost in the water. It was only around 15 kilometres an hour, depending on how rough the conditions were. But even still, pretty impressive. The vehicle itself was only designed to go from ship to shore. So basically the large transport ships carrying these Army Ducks into the water, or they'll simply open up the doors at the front and the Army Ducks would drive into the ocean. From there, they'll travel a few hundred kilometres, a few hundred metres, or maybe a few kilometres, to the seaside itself, to the shoreline. It's still here. To grab hot. You guys get the idea of that. Very, very sharp hooks on this thing. They will dig in deep and they will make you bleed if you're not careful with it. But the hooks are all facing in the same direction, so when you get hooked, if you keep going forwards, nothing. You go backwards, that's how you get out. Now they are a vine. Vines like to grow very tall, very skinny until they get top heavy, and that's when they collapse. That's why they're covered in hooks. They reach onto the trees and pull their way to the very top of the canopy. Once they get to the top, they'll spread. After they spread, you'll see all those spikes, they'll fall off, and you end up with a piece of cane just like this. Now this cane can be used for many things. Furniture, for instance, known as rattan cane furniture, a lot of chairs, baskets, things like that. Now you can also use it for other things like structures. They used to use this for construction, guys. They build huts, things like that. But what I like, they used it for survival. Ever get lost? This will become your best friend. You see the vine? Chop it. You can drink out of it. It contains filtered water. Will keep you going. A little bit of a sweet grass flavour to it. Something else this is really good at. Very good back scratching. No, they used it in classrooms a very long time ago. Whenever the students would fall asleep, the teacher would tiptoe up behind them. When they weren't ready, get ready for the jump scare. Cover your ears, you have been warned. Oh, yeah, no more sleeping on the duck ride. Big trouble. I'm joking, guys. It's your holiday. You do what you like. Go to sleep if you like. They called it lawyer cane because when the teacher had to lay down the law, that is the tool that they went for. Now, they did stop that a very long time ago, back in the mid-80s now in Australia, or Queensland, 85, I believe. But I am trying to bring it back, so ladies, if you ever need to get a banana tree, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, it is a banana tree, but they are very special bananas. You see, the bananas they produce are red, not yellow. So they called it a red Dakar banana. Red bananas. But there you have it, guys. There's our coffee pot, chocolate pot, off the cacao pot. Over here we have jackfruit, or I believe you guys call it polomi. Polomi?
菠萝蜜啊。
菠萝蜜应该。哦，菠萝蜜。
Polomi. Ah. Well, here we are, everyone. We're back at the platform, all safe and